Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Advancement Centre and welcome to the world of magic and miracles. I say this each week and it holds such a gift for me to be able to say welcome to the world of magic and miracles because it's growing very quickly in our lives and it's allowing us to be who we are. It comes from our origin. We walk in with it. We come in as children with that world of magic and miracles. And now it's alive in our life, even though there are many things that say it's not true. Each day, something new happens that makes me burst out with great feelings to say, wow, it's working. Little events that you thought you made a mistake with actually change the direction of everything around you. And the most amazing results occur. Your life is different because of the magic and miracles. But more so, they're so different, or your life is so different because you welcome yourself into this world, into the world of magic and miracles, into the world of your Creator, and into the physical world that you model in every moment by stepping forward into the future. All crazy stuff, but it all works because there are no methods and because it's just a natural entry into the flow of the fields that you feel physically in and around your body. Things that used to make you react now have that fraction of a second to allow your energy field to respond in its own way and bring everything into balance. So instead of us being reactive in our way of life, we're not even proactive. We're allowing the millions of inputs and outputs that we forgot about to actually consciously appear in our world. So a little signal from a child or from a person who may be serving you gives you an indicator that they're wishing you well. Gives you an indicator that they really want to interact at a higher level, not just verbally, not in the old social manner, but in a beautiful, advanced interaction that contains virtually no words. The words are there to hold your attention, your physical attention. But that's not what you're focusing on. You're focusing on the good feelings, the excellence of where you are at that moment, and your amazing ability to make that person or that animal or bird feel great. You are attracting to your world everything that you have created. You're not attracting anything out of anybody else's world. It's all new. It all comes from your origin and from the original particles that are smaller than anything we've ever registered, that have a charge and have a shape the same as us. So that the most minute thing you can possibly imagine, smaller than any sight or any special magnifier, is totally there for your control. So the second you want someone to feel good, they feel it. You want them to feel the sparkles, they feel it, because it's created instantly from nothing. And I speak about the latest developments in science. They're only just catching up to the fact that if you're an observer, what you observe exists. But until you observe, it's in a different form. It's in a mass of fields and charged particles that don't perform the same way as a physically solid piece of matter. This is probably the best thing that's ever happened to science. Even though they still argue about it, they've proven beyond a doubt that what each one of us knows is actually correct. We feel the energy about something. We feel there's going to be a storm. We feel the beauty. We feel the elegance. And we feel the need from somebody that we don't even know. There's a recognition in everyone of all those people who are allowing their inputs and outputs to actually operate, instead of calling them emotion and reacting to them. So all the taught habits don't seem to have any value anymore, because your value system is totally different. What you brought with you had beauty, respect, honor, and there was no such thing as that's not fair, or it's my turn, or I have to have that, because you create everything in your world from nothing in an instant. And it all appears and feels great without any provisos. And once you feel all that's to be the slightest bit true, it all starts to happen around you and in you. And the most beautiful thing is, each one of us can have a smile on our face about what's happening to us. Or we can have a miserable face about what's happening to us. Whichever we decide is true. So it doesn't take long to figure out that, wow, whatever we decide is true, it's best. We give ourselves the lightest part of the load. The load that says, whatever you decide is yours. So we decide we don't want lots of stuff. We just want to feel good. We want everybody else to feel good. We want to enjoy every moment and not have to rebuild everything every day. We want to see the beauty around us and not see the misery. Because when you don't see the misery, it doesn't exist. It sounds strange, but it's true. And it doesn't need any proof, because it's how we're built. And we all feel in this world that we need proof. As a child, you didn't need proof of anything. When you first went to get a loan to buy a house, the proof that you need didn't allow enough for you to get the house you want. But sure enough, you ended up getting the house you want. Because there's something in your nature that allows you to create it without having to have a physical balance for it. There's no such thing as give and take. It's all give. Because the more you give, the more you create. The more you produce, the more energy you have. The more you send to others, the happier you feel. And that's not writing checks out. That's just good feelings, a great heart, and a love of everyone. And a little bit of mischief as well. So that you stir up moments and you bring to life the person you're interacting with. Whether it be someone you know or someone you don't know. Whether it be someone that's looking at you from across the street or looking out from a crowd. Your gift is so beneficial. In a fraction of a second, you can change a person's life such that they will heal themselves and will enjoy what they feel from you for the rest of their lives and beyond. So what we're talking about is your real nature. And where you can go with it, there is no limitation. And the fact that it's transmitting all the time sounds a little crazy. But all the power in the world cannot touch what you produce. All the creativity in the world cannot produce in a fraction of a second what you produce in a fraction of a second. Each time you deliver a burst of energy into the world, even if it's for no reason, it's absorbed by everyone. And they feel a little jump. Probably 10,000 times more than if you get annoyed. So the positive side of you is much more powerful than the reactive side. And as you celebrate more, you will deliver more into the world. Life will not be flat in any form at all. It's on its way. It's building, it's producing. And it's not based on history or on records. It's based on your progress into the future that you have decided will be available in the physical world. As we look at one another, we can see the lights go on. And you don't realize how much one look with a genuine feeling does for another person. It demands they switch on. They switch on their power supply, their engine, all the energy fields just start to swirl and bubble and sparkle. And you see their eyes light up and you see the glow around the person just because you decided to look at the person, not at the exterior. That person that you look at and that you speak to now is a majestic being that extends throughout the universe and that has unlimited gifts to offer, not just you, but every part of the universe and the world that is focused on it, he or her. The ability we have is just starting to show itself. But all along, we've known we had this ability. All along, we knew we could attract someone from a crowd. We knew the effect of our glamour, of our presentation, and of the twinkle in our eye. But we never, ever pronounced that as the most important thing in our lives. There were too many other things to focus on. But now, you are able to focus on everything at once, absorb everything at once and allow it to balance, and continue on your way, wherever you're going or whatever you're doing, and reconstruct the world in the process. So every movement has billions of components that are in there because you put them there. Your ability to be you has come to the forefront to the extent that you can glow. You can offer more than the world can ever accept. And you can do it with ease because it's not a doing job. It's you being you. And as you swirl all the energies around you without even moving your hands or your mind, everything comes alive. So your gift is in every moment. And the components of that moment include the future and the past, all mixed up in together in a perfect balance to make your momentum forward smooth but powerful, elegant and loving, sincere and respectful, without you trying. You came into this world from another place. No matter what anybody tells you, you can remember. You can remember events, but there's not the memory that you use every day. It's not in your brain. It's held in all the fields around you. And you can touch on any of the sparkly components and light up another aspect of yourself. And if you want to physically test that, You can put your hand out and you'll know exactly where to put it, and you can touch another aspect of yourself outside your body, and it will fire up and surprise you, because it fires up all the features that you've thrown away. Everything you've turned off throughout your lifetime because you thought it was a mistake will just turn back on. And you'll be the brightest human being ever known. Because the number of times even somebody in your class at school said you're dumb, you threw something away, you closed off something, but in fact, it's still there. It's still another facet of your being. And as you touch the sparkles around you, time disappears and it all comes back together again. Even your childhood memories will start to pop in, not as a thought, but as an experience. Or it will appear in someone else. Or it'll be like that joke that someone says, do you know the joke about Joe Bloggs when he did such and such? And you go, oh yeah, but you weren't thinking about it. It's stored outside your being. This is part of the universal, I suppose you'd call it data logging. Everything is there. But with it, it's not just a summary. It's every component, every initial feeling, every piece of preparation. And it holds everything but the reactive interaction with somebody else. It holds it as a beautiful, very constructive part of your life, part of your being, and part of everybody else's life. And those things along the way that you keep beating yourself up about are actually quite different when you allow all the components to be there. So don't hesitate to play with the fact that you can switch on all your sparkles, one at a time or all at once. And like a hologram, you will reshape yourself, rebuild yourself, and give yourself all the facets of the most beautiful diamond you've ever seen. And those facets will appear in everything you do, in everything you feel, and in everything you transmit. This is a special day to be speaking of all these things, because as a father, each person manages to deliver the beauty of themselves for their family, for their friends, so that they can all prosper on the way through life without difficulty. And there are factors of providing financial support and all those things and work, but the greatest thing is what you represent, all the hidden features that you pass on, all the courage that you deliver to every being, and the helping hand that you provide by saying, I'll show you how to do it yourself. So everything a father does on Father's Day, he does every day of his life for everyone. And whether you've got children or not, as a man, you deliver silently the ability for everyone to progress in the physical world and beyond by providing the transmission and the precision that's needed to support a good life. So I congratulate everyone on this special Father's Day. In many other countries, it's on a different day. But this is what we celebrate here in the United States right now. And I welcome all the fathers to step forward all at once and say to yourselves, thank you. Thank you for a great job. Because without that, there would be nothing. With everything that I speak about, there is that silence. That steadfast silence that holds everybody solid and standing with dignity. And that is what I honour in all the fathers today. We all have much ahead of us. And from here on in, there'll be a lot of activity and a lot of noise making. And everybody running wild and enjoying life. And you watch, the fathers will be standing back with a smile on their face, saying, go for it. So everybody, in every phase of life, can enjoy what's been predicted as 1,000 years of perfection without any sign of war or disrespect between one another or between the animals and all the inhabitants of the earth. And very shortly, that will extend to the universal family as a recognition that they are still physical and still active in our lives. Remember your parents, be they here or somewhere else. And then forget immediately and get on with your life, just as they would tell you to. Allow the juices to flow and the celebrations to continue. And all the energy in the world will be surpassed by any one of you at any time. So once again, we come to the end of the Sunday, and it's my pleasure to welcome you all into the world of magic and miracles, and to accept the gift from us all here. And that's the wish that you have a perfect life, perfect health, and an extremely magic future. Thank you.